Hi everybody, my name is Leslie. I am a Live Health therapist and I am also a registered yoga teacher. So today I thought I would drop by and give you guys just a short, easy flow that can be modified for all levels, all body types, just kind of something to alleviate some stress, get the body moving. I know it's really important during this time of quarantine and of isolation that we are taking care of our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. I know us here at Live Health, we are doing all that we can for members of our community to make sure that you and we have all that we need in order to be successful and happy and healthy during this tumultuous time. So I invite you all to join me. Grab a mat. If you don't have a mat, just using the carpet is fine. Make sure you have some water, always important. And since we are doing this at home, you can use whatever props that you would like. Sometimes I like to use a pillow, blankets, if you have access to blocks, maybe like a cardboard, something like that, if you're feeling like you need the extra stability in your hands. Otherwise, this is a super basic flow, can last anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. I will be more than happy to share more videos as this time continues on for our various needs within the community. I hope that you all enjoy. To get started, we're going to take just a nice, easy seat. You can do crisscross applesauce if that serves you. If you have maybe some tight hips, I would suggest sitting up on an elevated pillow just to kind of allow those hips to sit up a little bit higher. If you are an advanced practitioner, coming into lotus or half lotus, whatever suits you at this time. I invite you to just begin to close down the eyes, flipping the palms towards the ceiling, allowing them to rest on your knees, and just breathing nice and easy. I'm sure we all have thoughts constantly coming in and out of our brains. And during this time, just acknowledge those thoughts. And then let them go. Try not to worry about your productivity, the chores you have to do. Allow this time to be just for yourself. Oftentimes, sitting in quiet is very uncomfortable. I invite you to just acknowledge those feelings, sit with them for a minute, let them swirl around. Oftentimes growth comes with intense discomfort. And empty all the air from your lungs. And taking one big deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly, filling up the chest, filling up the throat. And as you exhale, throat, chest, and finally belly. Again, nice big deep inhale. And exhale. Keeping that spine nice and straight, relaxing the jaw. Continuing this breath pattern on your own for 5 more rounds. And as you're ready, gently opening the eyes, staying in this seated position, Keeping the spine long, the crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Allowing the hands to drop to the sides. On your inhale, you're going to reach up, gazing in between the hands, bringing palms together, allowing them to come to heart center. This is called Namaskar. And here in this time, maybe you say a prayer, send a blessing, or give yourself an intention. Be whatever your body and your mind needs in this very moment. And as you're done, inhale as you keep palms together, drawing them out and up. Again, reaching towards the ceiling. And as the exhale, dropping that right hand, resting it on the mat, reaching up and back. If it's in your neck, maybe gazing towards your hand. You should be able to feel a nice stretch in this side body. And again, inhaling both arms up, bringing that other hand down to the mat, reaching, nice stretch. Inhale both arms up, and exhale to do a nice gentle twist, bringing that left hand to your knee, gently gazing behind the right shoulder. Feel a nice spinal twist. We'll be doing a couple of twists in this sequence, just kind of a nice way to detox the body. And again, nice big inhale, both arms up, and twisting to the opposite side, resting that hand, gazing over the shoulder. Being careful not to twist too deeply just yet. Just giving our spine a chance to get nice and warm. Keeping those breaths nice and steady, nice, slow, intentional movements. Slowly bring both hands in front of you and coming over your shins into a tabletop position. I'll switch to the other side so you all can see. Here in this tabletop, keeping hands nice and wide, placing them down on your mat, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Knees should be about hips distance. Toes can be untucked or tucked. And just staying here in this neutral tabletop just for a minute so you can see the spine is nice and straight. Belly button is pulled in nice and tight. We're going to come into some spinal tilts, also called cat-cow breaths. So as you're ready, on the inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the chest, lifting the hips, seeing that nice curve in the spine. And on the exhale, pushing the floor away, rounding that spine, coming into cat. Again, inhale. And exhale to push the floor away. Don't be afraid to really exaggerate these movements here. Maybe you add some swivels of the hips. Just getting that spine nice and warm. Maybe you roll backwards, stretching out those shoulders. And as you're ready, coming back into that neutral tabletop position. Here we have the option for coming into our first downward facing dog. Otherwise, please feel free to take child's pose at any time. So you're going to untuck the toes, placing them on the mat, and gently lifting the hips up and back. Coming into down dog, keeping those knees nice and bent. If you don't have the length in your hamstrings, it is totally fine to keep those knees bent while you're in down dog. What's important is keeping those shoulders nice and strong. Taking the time here to pedal out the legs. If you feel stiff, it's okay. Keeping that breath nice and healthy. And as you're ready, you'll bring motion to stillness. Slowly gaze up in between the hands and gently walk the feet towards the top of your mat, coming into a nice, easy forward fold. Keeping those knees bent. Again, feet about hips distance. Gently allowing the hands to rest. It helps to sway back and forth, keeping that head nice and loose. Maybe you grasp opposite elbows, coming into ragdoll. Again, just keeping those knees bent. The idea here is full body decompression. And slowly bring motion to stillness, dropping the hands back down to the mat. Keeping a micro bend in the knee, trying to straighten the legs and inhale up into a halfway lift. Bringing the hands to the shins, maybe even the thighs, just avoiding the knees. Nice flat back. Belly button pulled in tight. And exhale to forward fold. And here we're going to move into our Sun Salutation A sequence, Surya Namaskar A. So on the inhale, I invite you to come up nice and slow. Stacking the neck and the head last. Exhaling your shoulder blades down the back. Face this way so you can see. Here in mountain pose, also called Tadasana, it should be your strongest, most activated pose in this entire sequence. Lifting up at the kneecaps, engaging the quads, really pulling that pelvis down towards the earth. You should be able to feel the earth kind of rising up into your body. Keeping those shoulder blades low, core tucked in tight. Maybe you close down the eyes. And from here, take an inhale and circle the arms. And bringing hands together. Hands together, keeping the forefingers out. You're going to take an inhale to extend and an exhale to slowly bend to the right, half moon. And inhale to extend and half moon to the left. Again, being mindful to keep this part nice and extended, being careful not to collapse, but instead using that core strength. And inhale again, up. And exhale your hands to Namaskar. Inhale again to circle the arms. And exhale as you fold all the way to the mat, keeping that nice flat back. Gonna inhale again to that halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. We're going to do this 2 more times. Nice and slow. Inhale to rise. Slowly rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. And exhale to bring those shoulder blades down the back, pushing the pelvis towards the earth, grounding the feet down. On the inhale again, circle the arms, bringing palms together like this, keeping those forefingers out. On the inhale, reach up and exhale, half moon to the right. Keeping that core nice and engaged. Inhale up, Exhale, half moon left. Inhale up. Be adding a little back bend. And as you're ready, exhaling down towards the earth. Inhale again, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Last time, nice slow inhale. Coming to standing Tadasana. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, half moon to the right. Feeling it burning in your core. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And back this way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands, stepping back, coming into a high plank position. As you're ready, go ahead and bringing your knees to the earth, untucking the toes, pressing the tops of the feet down onto the mat. And taking an inhale as you're exhaling, shifting the weight forward, keeping those elbows tucked in tight, coming all the way to the earth. And inhale, pressing the tops of the feet, coming into cobra pose. Again, keeping those shoulder blades nice and low, elbows tucked in tight. You should be able to feel your whole upper body burning. And exhale down. Untucking the toes, you can come up one of two ways. Lifting the knees, one long straight line like a reverse push-up. Or you can lift, coming back up onto the knees. And as you're ready, coming up and back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale here, looking up in between the hands, coming to forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing big toes together, bending the knees, sinking the hips down low. You're going to bring the arms up, framing the face, coming into chair pose. Should really be able to feel it burning in your glutes, your quads, keeping the weight in your heels. Tell by lifting up the toes. If you have some tight shoulders, feeling free to really cactus the arms here. Or keeping it like this. Little added challenge, coming up onto the tippy toes. And inhale to extend. Nice little back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, planting the hands, stepping back, high plank. Coming all the way to the earth. And exhaling the air from your lungs. Inhale, keeping those hands underneath the shoulders. Up into cobra pose. And exhale down. Inhale to come up. And exhale, downward dog. From here, you're going to inhale right leg high and exhale to draw it through in between the hands. And this takes some balance, so if your knees may be hurt, please feel free to bring that back leg down. And as you're ready, maybe you just stay here or bring the hands all the way up. Or if you have the extra strength, coming into this high lunge. And just staying here for a minute. On the inhale, dropping that back foot, bringing it parallel to the back of your mat. Coming into warrior two, keeping this front leg and knee right over the toes. And gazing over those right fingertips. Here you're going to inhale, flip the palm. And reach back, coming into reverse warrior. And feeling like you can keep the stance a little bit shorter. One more big deep inhale and exhale. Bringing the hands to the mat. That right foot comes back to meet the left. Option here to come straight to down dog, or you can move through your chaturanga. Another option for chaturanga here, which is a full chaturanga. I'll just demonstrate really fast. Keeping hands underneath the shoulders, taking an inhale, rolling forward. Exhale to come halfway down. Untuck the toes. Inhale as you lift, keeping those knees and thighs lifted. And then as you exhale, rolling over the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, in between the hands. Again, coming down onto that back knee if you need to. Maybe just keeping here. Again, feeling that stretch in those inner hips. It's in your practice. And pivoting that back foot parallel to the mat. Coming into warrior two. Flipping the palm. Inhaling back, reverse warrior. And exhale to cartwheel down. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Your version of chaturanga, or straight to down dog. Go through this 2 more times, a little bit quicker. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, hands up to high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. And exhale to the mat. Chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to cartwheel. And last time, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to cartwheel. Inhale, left leg. Exhale in between the hands. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. And exhale to cartwheel. Moving through your last chaturanga or straight to down dog. Go ahead and take you a little break here in child's pose. You're going to bring big toes together, keeping the knees out about mat's distance. And as you're ready, sinking those hips back nice and deep, extending the hands forward, and gently resting your forehead on the mat. Allow your heart rate to settle, your body to rest. Use this time to grab a drink of water. And now that we've got your blood flowing and your heart pumping, we're just going to move into some more restorative postures, allowing the body to settle, some deeper stretching. Really taking note here of any areas of tension, discomfort. Next, we're going to come into just some nice, easy restorative postures with some deep stretches. Excuse my dogs, they love yoga too. So from here, coming back into that nice tabletop position, keeping that spine straight. And as you're ready, flipping up and back into down dog again, keeping those knees bent if you need to. You should notice that you're a lot more loose in the hamstrings. I'm going to flip around this way to show you this next posture. And on the inhale, raise right leg high. And exhale to draw the shin parallel to the top of your mat. As parallel as you can make it. Again, maybe bringing it back into that left hip crease so that you can keep your hips square to the mat. What we don't want is something like this, sitting too high, as square as you can. Feeling that nice stretch right along here. And you can stay here on your hands, or if you're ready and if you're able, coming forward, folding over that right shin. And allowing the head and the neck to hang heavy, relaxing the jaw. Be able to feel yourself sinking deeper into the stretch. And as you're ready, inhaling back up onto those hands, coming up onto this leg and lifting this right leg up and back, coming into three-legged dog, allowing the right ankle to just drip over the left hip. And again, coming back into that downward dog. Same thing, left side. Demonstrate it this way. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, drawing that foot parallel. Bringing that knee to your left wrist. Allowing those hips to really sink down low, but keeping them square. And as you're ready, slowly folding over. And inhaling to come back up. Same thing, coming up on that right leg. Left leg up and back, three-legged dog, allowing the ankle to just really fall to that right side. Stretching out that inner hip. And coming down onto your knees. My mat this way. I'll show you. Bringing knees to one side, hips to the other. Coming in to just a nice straight back, straight legged, seated position. This is called staff position, taking your hands, placing them on the floor next to you, flexing the toes towards your face. As you're ready, taking an inhale and exhale to fold over your feet. Seated forward fold here. Again, allowing that head and the neck to hang nice and heavy. Relaxing the jaw. Noticing if your eyebrows are furrowed. Clenching teeth. It's okay if you can't reach your toes. You can even just rest your hands. Giving your body a chance to just relax. And inhale slowly to come up. And bringing the knees into chest, hugging them gently as you roll back. If this isn't in your practice, just feeling free to nice and easy, bringing yourself down onto the mat and bringing your knees into your chest. Just a nice little squeeze. And on the exhale here, you're going to bring left leg out long, keeping that right knee in tight, bringing it into your chest one more time, and exhale to draw the knee over to the left side. Nice, easy supine twist. And be bringing your hands out to a T, allowing gravity to do the work here. Holding this for as long as you feel. Even after my cues. Since this is recorded, you can always take as long as you'd like in each posture. And as you're ready, drawing both knees back into chest. Really feeling that rounding of the spine after that nice little twist. And same thing, exhale that right leg out long. Keeping that left knee in nice and tight. One last stretch. Then drawing it over, allowing gravity to work here. Just gently letting the back relax. You might feel some cracks in there. Closing down the eyes. And again, taking your time as you're ready, bringing those knees into your chest. And final posture before final rest. Happy baby, reaching the hands in between the knees, grasping the outside edges of the feet. This is a very vulnerable position. So I invite you in this time of vulnerability to tell yourself that you are safe, that you are protected. You can bring both feet together, coming into cobbler's pose if you really feel like you need to stretch. More of a stretch in those inner hips. And a couple options here for final rest. If you need some more decompression on your back, coming into legs up the wall pose. This was all our favorites when we were younger. Really taking care to scoot that butt towards the wall, keeping these legs nice and elevated. Or you can just come into final Shavasana and relax on your mat. And as you rest, hope that you let your body do the work for you today. And that you give yourself permission to slow down. In all of these times of chaos, and times of unknown, it's very challenging to come to a place of acceptance and to give others the grace that they probably deserve. And so as you're here in your final resting position, with each breath that you take, and with each exhale, I hope that you shine light into the world and within yourself. And the light and the love within me acknowledges and bows to the light and love within you. Namaste.